I will ask you about that, but first, you just used the phrase violent extremism. As you know, the president and your team have been taking some criticism for not labeling this Islamic extremism, Islamic terror. I want to show the cover of the New York Post right there. Islamic terror, I just don't see it. President Obama blindfolded right there. How do you respond to that criticism? There's no question that these groups like Al-Shabaab and ISIL are driven by theology, are driven by their view of Islam, however perverted it may be. Why not call it that, and does it undermine our strategy not to label it clearly?
Well, I have two responses. First, whether it's called Islamic extremism or violent extremism, groups like ISIL in particular, represents a very dangerous terrorist organization and a serious potential threat to homeland security, and we're responding militarily as well as doing a number of other things. Now, I have to say, when I travel around the country and meet with Muslim leaders in this country in these engagements that I have, they all tend to say pretty much the same thing, which is that ISIL has hijacked my religion. And so, in my view, if we start referring to ISIL as occupying any form of the Islamic theology, we're pretty much dignifying them as occupying some form of that faith. And I know that Muslim leaders in this country push back hard on that. And it seems to me it's going to a place where ISIL would very much like us to go, in that we're dignifying them as occupying some form of Islam. They don't. Islam is about peace and brotherhood. There are 1.6 billion Muslims in this world, and the true Islamic faith has nothing to do with what ISIL represents. And so to start labeling them as Islam or Islamic State in any respect, I think gives them far more dignity than they deserve.
Finally, you mentioned...
And so do a lot of Muslims believe that too, by the way.